Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. 8:30 in the a.m. Central Standard Time on March 17th. Woo! Made it through the end of another week. Welcome to Morning Mindset. Your first time here. Guess what? So what we do, we get you in the right mindset for the day. Like, come on. Start the day off with a plan. Pick out some stuff you need to get done. Stick to that plan. Becomes a productive day. It's amazing how this works. Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's your first time here. Hey, hello. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share if you can. Shares are free. You can do that. You can share. So's are likes and so's are subscribes. They're all free. Free things you can do to help us all out. If you're live, hey, make sure to check in. Let us know where you are and how are things going for you. And don't forget, what do we require from you? 5 things. I need 5 things from you today that we are going to get done. We've got a busy day today. The weather here took a little turn. We were in the 70s, and today I think it's going to be free too. So we'll see how today plays out. It's definitely spring in the Midwest. You know how that goes. Good morning, Kelly. Friday morning, indeed. Friday. Yeah, I love Fridays. I love Mondays. I love Tuesday. I love every day I wake up. You want to know why? Because I woke up. It's crazy how that works. When you start thinking, no matter how bad it is, you woke up, right? And no matter how bad you have it, always seems somebody has it worse. So don't worry about it. Hey, worrying is going to get you nowhere. Take some action. Take some charge. Change what needs to be changed so that you can be a better you. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Jose, good morning as well. Christy, good morning. And look, Jose's giving the shout outs. Morning to Kelly there. Kyle, good morning to you. Oh, and Kyle is a time traveler because he's in the future. It is 9:30 Eastern Standard Time zone right there. Kelly's giving her morning back. Ree, good morning to you. And Christina. Christian? Whatever. CG, what up? We're just going with that. I'm not the best with names. I don't read well. I don't spell well. We all know I don't spell well. My punctuation and grammar is horrible. So we've had a pretty good week. Closed out a benefit. We've had some ups and downs. Last night was I'll tell you, about that here in a few. But, we've had a good week. We closed out a benefit. We signed on 2 more for fundraisers. It looks like we're going to do a banner fundraiser for someone, and we're going to do a business banner fundraiser for them as well for the softball team. Scratch at Little League. They're doing banners for their out fences on all the fields. And so I said, well, here's the plan. Here's how you can set this up. We can sell them to you for this. You sell the spots for this. And then, hey, you can go out and do that. So I raised some extra funds for them. So that's a bonus. We also got with another league, and we were doing all their yard signs. So we were able to close and seal that deal. So that was fun and exciting. Downfall is, so we got new film for the DTF printer, and it's just not printing right. Just not printing right. So they're going to overnight me some, and I should have it tomorrow. Come to find out, there is quite a bit of bad film out there, and what's happening is China bumped up production. By bumping up production, pretty much, let's say they took the volume and they went from 7 to 8, and that simple click, just going up one speed, didn't allow some of the film to cure properly. And so once they realized this, after having hundreds of thousands or however many rolls, that what they did was, they've been splitting up batches, and people order up stuff. They throw in some of the bad stuff because, hey, you're not going to send it back. It was just a bad roll. Everything else is fine. So that seems to be the case in this situation. So our vendor is taking care of us, and we're getting everything rocking and rolling. But that does kind of put a little damper on things, when you want to start just banging out transfers, because our goal is to have everything through. I was going to say this weekend, but it's hard to say because of how the weekends go with sales. But everything through today, if you ordered DTF, we're going to have it shipped out before we leave on Monday. Because if you didn't know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're out of here. We are going to be on location to do a Tuesday with Todd down in St. Louis. We're going to do DTF transfers on a DTG machine. Now, I've never done anything with DTG, so hey, why not? I can handle the transfer side of it, and I can show how messy it is and show that. And we're going to do it live. And you know how things go when you go live. And we're going down there to see Aaron, and he is not a let's just shoot from the hip type of guy. Pow, 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 pow. He's like, no, no. Here's the structure, and this is what we're doing. I'm like, no, dude. Your show, we totally get that. Here's the outline. Here's how we're doing it. My show, look, I got like cliff note. I got bullet points. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and at the bottom it says, "Don't die." That's it. If we don't die, we had a successful show. So it's always fun to get Aaron out of his comfort zone for that. So we're taking off Monday mid morning to head down there and do a couple things for spring break for the kids, and then do Tuesday with Todd with that. And we will be back here Wednesday afternoon. So anything Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that is ordered, it's not going to be processed on Thursday. Have it listed on our site, have it listed on the page, have all that. So just know that it'll still fall in that normal production time. We're with 5 to 7 business days, 3 to 5 business days because of where it is. But there are no rush jobs for sure. So, yeah, kind of looking forward to that, getting out of here. And then next month we have Dax Tinley Park. That's amazing. I cannot wait for that. Hopefully, if anybody is in the greater Midwest area, if you're within 6 hours, head to Tinley Park. Dax show's an amazing show. We've had a lot of great times over there in the year. We'd love to see a lot of you. So this week, Wednesday, after the show, I had somebody that they have a Roland, and they were having issues with their Roland, and it just is not doing a cut line right. Like, file on my side shows perfectly. File on their side is just not there. So I'm not 100% sure what is going on with it. So they ordered some prints from us. So they dropped off the vinyl and said, "Here, can you?" Actually, they didn't just drop it off. They're like, "Hey, is there any way you could help us out?" And I said, "Well, do you want us to cut? Do you want us to print? Do you want us to weed? What do you want us to do?" And they're like, "Hey, can we bring good material? And then you just print and cut, and we'll take care of the weeding, masking, all that." I'm like, "Yeah, no, not a problem." So we did that. I went to her shop to drop the stuff off, and we just kind of started having that conversation of how business is and how things are going, and how I don't miss a storefront at all. And she's saying how much the storefront is fun, but at the same time you lose a lot of production time because of people come in, and so we just got into it, and we started talking pricing and stuff. And I asked hey, how's well, what's it cost to run business here? And she didn't know. She's in business for a couple of years, and just like a lot of us, just fell right into it. It was like, yep, I just needed to pay this and this, and I'll be fine. So we got her signed up with the Master Success Program. Tanika, cannot wait to have you in there. And she actually did some more transfers, so that's on my list today, is to run some stuff over to her. But it's one of those things where a lot of times we just fall into it, and there is no real good way to figure it out. So for us, that's what we did. We can go down there and help her out, and I'm really looking forward to it. She's never been to a trade show before, so I'm like, Tinley Park next month. Let's go have some fun. She's got 4 heads of embroidery down there, wide format printing. So she does a good amount of business, but on some of her pricing, she told me, I was like, yikes! I'm like, how'd you come up with that? And so we discussed that. I'm like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get you on track, so that way you can make money and get your life back. So I'm super excited about that. Those one-on-one consults in person, that's what just gives. I mean, I came out of there like super refreshed, super excited. I loved everything about it, and so I thought, maybe that's something that I should start offering. As kind of a side thing. Is here's like a real world, like, here, we can get together. If you're in the, if you're up to fly me up, hey, I'll go outside the area. If you're within driving distance, we can figure it out. But come in for a consult and say, here's what we can do. And it was a blast. I was there for about 3 hours, and this morning I'm hoping not to be there that long, because I got stuff to do today. Because our 5 things to do. I've got a breakfast meeting here, about 45 minutes. So 45 minutes, an hour. I think it was 9:15, 9:30 is what we were shooting for. So breakfast meeting there, and I got to drop those transfers off to her. We've got a couple hundred shirts to do today. We had the benefit that closed on Wednesday. Holy crap! So I did it in 2 things. Is when we started it was like Friday. So over the weekend, everything that was ordered through Monday morning, I went ahead and placed that order on Monday. So, how does this work? We order from Sanmar and we get everything the next day. Sometimes, sometimes we get it the next day. So ordered from Sanmar, Tuesday it didn't show up, and it didn't occur to me until actually Wednesday, where I'm like, did we get stuff? Did we not get stuff? What was going on with it? And I looked, and it of course did not show up on Tuesday, but it said it was out for delivery on Wednesday. All right, fine. Things happen, whatever. So then we placed the remaining order for everything because we closed that Wednesday morning at 9 or 10. So we placed the balance of the order. Then Wednesday comes and goes, and 8 o'clock at night, it still says it's out for delivery, and it never showed up. And they don't know anything. They could not help us. Speedy could not help us at all. Long story short, even when they were delivered on Thursday, it still hadn't been scanned anywhere. And so our driver, Jared, said, next time, just call me. He goes, I will tell you if it's on my truck. He goes, I'm not going to let your guys' package go back to the office. He's going to make sure you guys get them. So we got all those in there. And they did pretty good benefit for less than a week. I want to say it was like $600-700 they raised, that we're cutting them a check for. So, a good benefit on that for such a short amount of time. So we've got a couple hundred shirts to bang out today. So we've got that. I've got invoicing. There's a couple people that had sent in quotes for things. So I've got invoicing due today. I've still got some film. So we're gonna try and see what we can do for DTF transfers to C. I think some of it might work, some of it might. We're gonna test out a couple different things because they're sending us a new one, and so we said, hey, let's see what we can do. And they're like, yeah, because the only way to know how to fix something is to keep testing with it. So that'll probably be a late afternoon thing after everything else is done, because who knows if it'll be productive or not. But it'll at least be able to say, hey, if it's doing this, do that, do this, do that. So looking somewhat forward to that. And then shipping. So we've got our shirts, our invoicing, transfers, and shipping, because we've got a lot of shipping to do today. I'm looking at the pile of stuff from yesterday and today and get everything out. So super excited. It's a great day. It's a great day. Look, Christian, like the religion. We need it. We met it here. See? TRW, that would have been 2019, right? 2019, I think, at the open house. Yeah, that was good times. They need to do another open house. Where's Pilar at? Pilar, get on your boss and tell him that we need another one. Brian, good morning to you, sir. Kelly, California, finish up a couple things. Good. Going to a demo for an engraver. Ooh, what are you looking at? Lunch on the Ocean. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Lunch on the Ocean. Yeah, whatever. I'm meeting up with 9 girlfriends in an Airbnb to celebrate one's 50th for the weekend. Holy crap. That sounds like a blast. Airbnbs have really changed the way that we can do things. When we'd travel farther for trade shows, we'd always get Airbnbs. Everybody goes in on it. And the fun that would have with those and the learning, oh, God, they're amazing. So we won't do one for Tinley because there's not a good Airbnb around Tinley. But when we would travel to Denver and Indianapolis, California, what's that other place? Florida. When we'd Milwaukee. I think we ended up doing a day. Yeah, we just did a road for the day for that. The fun that comes from that, the smiles, it's just a blast. It's a total blast on it. It does suck, but at least it was something we were able to figure out, and that was the great thing, is that I have good tech support. So I'm able to say, hey, it's doing this, this, and this. And I know what the hell I'm doing. I know how to adjust heads. I know that I switched films, so something there might be a little adjustment. It might need, something go up, something left. But the side to side is what really threw me off, and things just weren't where they needed to be. And then the same settings produced opposite results in back-to-back prints, so not changing anything. And so I'm like, is it not gripping right? Is something going here through? I went through everything and I documented it, and then I send it off to my tech. I'm like, here's this, and he's like, okay, what about this? And I'm like, nope, haven't tried that. Let's go with that. And still same thing. So then we went back and forth. And he's like, I think it's just bad film. And that's the thing, is it's not the person who sold me the printer's fault. It's not the person who sold me the film's fault. It's not my technician's fault. It's none of those faults. It's a bad product. And some of us have to realize that none of our vendors want to sell us bad shit. They just don't, right? They don't want that hassle. They don't want to deal with that. They would love for everything to work 100% of the time. And I know it can be frustrating when stuff doesn't work right and when stuff presses bad or doesn't print right. But the vendor that we're buying from isn't sitting there and has a warehouse and they're manufacturing it themselves. They're ordering stuff in, and they're just distributing it. They're a vendor. That's what they do. And so it's always, how do they fix it? How do you fix that problem? Hey, this is what we'll do. And they're like, of course, it has to happen. On a Thursday night is when we figure this out. So, we'll get some stuff out to you Friday, and we'll Saturday ship it for you, so you'll have it on Saturday, so you can get through. See, solution. That's it. Fix your problem, and that's what they did. And so it's just one thing. So we'll get it all figured out. But it does suck when things like that happen. Morning, Jerry. Travis, good morning to you. The film is what says, yes, yeah, I got it. Good morning from potentially rainy Chicago. Yeah, it's supposed to be garbage here, like 40s, low 40s, and rain. I'm not down with that. I still got the shorts and flip flops on, so I'm just not down for that. But it's I think north and east. So yeah, I don't know if we'll get hit with it, but you might get hit with it. Good know you're busy. We're always trying to stay busy. Now, here's the other thing about being a small business owner is, for every good day, there's a bad day too. I mean, we still get days where there's not a sale. Okay. It used to really freak me out, and it used to really like stress me out. And I've tried to kind of stay the course to even out those ups and downs. And we're getting better at it. We know the first quarter is traditionally garbage for us. But what we were going to was on the sports side, we kind of had 2 months where there wasn't anything going on. And then end of February, we'd start picking up for all of our spring sports again. And then March, April is when they would order. So we're trying to fix that. And the way we fix that is that's when it's like, here, we can offer more printing, offer more things like that. So that way we can do it. And if when Corey gets everything set up on her side, I just have the ready to press transfers, then that really will be able to go from there. Yeah, we do. We do sell plastic signs for outdoors. The problem with it is for us to use, shipping just sucks. Those things are big. But if you're talking like the 18 by 24, yep, we nail those out. You can check those out on the website and get pricing for, or you can just send over an email and we can roll you through pricing on it. If you head over to, I think I have just head over to fatdadwholesale.com, and there should be they're the yard signs over there, the 18 by 24 with stakes. I will post that. Actually, yeah, I do have that. Just head over to fatdadwholesale.com. You can find pricing on yard signs and that for you. Because I believe that's what you're talking about, 1824. If you're talking the big ones, yeah, we can do them. They just suck to ship. They just really suck to ship. Print those Nest ones again to see if this is a different film. So now we're on our second thing of film. And I think with that, and that's the issue. The issue that we had was some stuff just wasn't printing right. And it was almost like it was an ink starvation issue, but it would literally go from, when it's print on a roll, you would have a piece of artwork here, same color, and there's, next to no spot in between it, and it would kind of drop for a second. So we need to get the film right before we can work on that. And I've figured out somewhat maybe of a work around it, but we're trying. Like I said, it's a learning process. When you get a new machine, new equipment, you have to realize that you're going to spend, 3 months just trying to work out the details, the kinks of it. Your environmental conditions are completely different than, somebody else's. So what works for them may not work for you. It's your solid baseline, and then you start just going from there, and it's testing, and you just keep going with it. It does. You see, her day sounds like a dream. It's an amazing dream, right? And everybody says have a blast with it. Yeah, pretty excited to relax for a bit and start this crazy adventure all over again on Monday. That's what we do, right? We work as our own boss. Why? So we can work as many or as few hours as we want. We work so that way we can have a great weekend. If we want to go do something, we're going to go do something. If we want to go buy something, we're going to go buy something. Although I suggest, just holding off on some of those purchases sometimes. But that's the thing is being a small business that allows you the opportunity to work as much or as little and make as much or as little as you want. The only one you have to blame is yourself. And you have to hold yourself accountable. I didn't make any sales this week. Well, what did you do? Well, how many people did you ask for a sale today? You know what? Here, let me ask you guys a question. Yesterday, St. Patrick's Day. How many of you asked for a sale yesterday? How many said, "Hey, buy what I have"? Just reach out, buy what I have. We did. It's St. Patrick's Day. Send out an email blast. Ours was 17% off DTF transfers if you use the code, and that's what we did. Send out an email blast, and we got sales from it. You have to ask for the sale. If you're spending 4 hours on TikTok doing nothing, guess what? That's 4 hours you could be spending. I need to figure out this email marketing. This is 4 hours I could be spending on mock-ups. This is 4 hours I could be spending testing new equipment. You got to think about your priorities. And yes, I'm not saying work 27 hours a day because that's impossible. There's only 24. What I'm saying is you need to be responsible and you need to look at it and hold yourself accountable if things aren't getting done. If you're not getting business, well, why is that? I don't know. Each one is different. Some people are loads busy, but they're not making any money because their pricing isn't right. Other ones are slow, but they're making tons of money because their pricing is great. So they can afford the slower times. And that's when they do marketing, and that's when they do videos, and that's what they do when they're slow time. They build for the busy time. And guess what they do in the busy time? They keep building. You keep putting stuff out there. So it's one of the things you got to think about, is really, really look at your business and look at yourself. If you're not where you want to be, what do you need to do to go out and change that? What actionable steps do you need to do to make things better? We can give you all the tools in the toolbox. It does not make you a carpenter. It does not make you a mechanic. It does not make you anything but a guy with a bag full of tools or box. I guess it depends on what you want. So it's really up to you to make sure that you do what you want. Hey, hold yourself accountable. Nobody else is there for you. Awesome. Yep, Jose. Yep, go there and check it out. And you can always email me or send me a message, and I will go and I can walk you through it on it if there's anything there. Did not come here to be called out like this. I know, Brian. Well, see, last time I called you out, you put a hat on. The first time we met, you hated your white toner, right? I'm like, what about this and this? So, see, it's part of it. It's one of those things. Nobody wants to be called out like it. Like, that's the glory of being your own boss. What am I going to do? Yell at myself? You suck. Screw you. Go to work. F off. We're not doing that. We're like, yep, here's what I need to get done today. Now, when we start getting employees, what happens? You start caring more about them than yourself. You'll work over hours. You'll work after hours. You'll take it away from your family time to make sure that they are being taken care of because they're depending on you. Well, your whole family's depending on you anyway right now. So, duh, they get shit done, right? And it sucks. There's times we don't want to, but we have to, man. We work hard so that way we can play hard and we can get fun hats. I mean, that's worth it in itself. If you keep losing weight, the name of the business will be Fat Dad-ish. I think I'm really torn on this, on what to do with it. Because, I think I'd have to be like 155 pounds to not be obese. So I think I could still call myself Fat Dad by the technical term, but I pleasantly plump. I'm not sure, but on the brighter note, I did plot my fat ass on the scale, and I am 34 pounds. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And like I said, I haven't really changed much. I just changed the way I eat. I don't eat as much shit. That's the problem. Stay away from the bad stuff, and I eat more of the good stuff. If I get hungry, I eat, but instead of being like, oh, a bag of Cheetos sounds good, I'm like, an apple sounds good. A banana sounds good. Ooh, a cucumber with spreadable cream cheese and everything bagel seasoning sounds amazing. And so that's what it did. It was just changed, those little changes, made things easily accessible. Instead of hiding the good stuff and having the bad stuff right there easily accessible. Well, let's flip it up. Let me make the easily accessible the good food. Sounds simple enough. The other thing is just quit buying pop. Holy crap. That was probably a big part of mine, was just quit it. And so that helped out. I needed to be on here this morning. You're stepping on my toes. Good thing I haven't had my pedicure yet. I haven't had a pedi. I need to get a pedi. I will next. I'll get one in like 2 weeks. right before maybe it might be 3 weeks before we head to Dax. So I'm not sure what color to go with this time. I do like this color changing that I have on, but it's spring, so I got to find some spring colors. Maybe I'll put some fun on it and go from there. All right. Like I said, I got a breakfast meeting. I'm used to lunch meetings, but man, a breakfast meeting on a Friday sounds amazing, doesn't it? So we've got a breakfast meeting here that we need to get to. Remember, 5 things. Write down your list. Make a list, your to-do list of things you need to get done today. Make that list so it's so easy to cross things off as you go. And it's something that you can look back on. Yep, I got this done. And don't stop until it's done, because you got to hold yourself accountable, folks. You got to. You guys have a great day. We'll be back here Monday morning. I'll be with you before we take off. And I think Wednesday we'll be here from the hotel. Next week, Tuesday with Todd, like I said, is going to be on location. DTF transfers with DTG. Wednesday we have the show, but then we have Q&A with TNA, and I believe that's going to be 5:30, 6 o'clock. I think we're going to take off St. Louis mid-morning, so we should be back in plenty of time for that. But we're gonna go from there. You guys have an amazing weekend. Keep it up. Keep turning your crafting into cash. I love that. I think that's what I'm going to go. Keep turning your crafting into cash. You guys are amazing. You want to know why? Because you're here. You're excited. Good after today, folks. Come